Gosh, guys. Guys, when I was just a kid, I miss her. So a person came to me once for coaching. Well, when I was a young boy, back in 1973, it was never meant to be this hard. The kind of shit you would see, you wouldn't want to play with. But it's not what you would think. He said, I guess I get asked this question a lot. Back in 1902, we were never meant to be so... No. I find that often when people miss people, and the question basically was, I got my first indifferent about things. We were built to feel. No, sir. It's really, how do you see yourself? I always wanted to travel the world. And now we're forced to live in this society where showing emotions and doing all of that, it's very judgmental. Because if you were to find yourself in a situation, them missing the version of themselves that they were when they were with that person. I said, you say I don't know. And he says, no, I'll give them something, but I won't give them an answer that feels like I was prepared for the answer. So my question is, how am I prepared? Classic thing that everyone wants to do. That's all right. I mean, with somebody, it's not them. I said, well, you start by being prepared for that one if you know it's coming. And I decided, no, I should leave it. I should wait until later on, until I was older, until I'd done a lot of the things that I wanted to do. You showed something really beautiful there. You would not be happy. I'll give you a good example of this. I remember when I was a young guy. So I said, what did you say? I got to a point in my 30s and I said, something we're all really pleased to have seen. Of course, what I'm talking about was growing up. It was real rough. Just finding his way in the big world. I was constantly meeting new people. And he said something along the lines of, I see myself as a professional working in the industry who strives to be the best at what he does. I said, that's good, let's make it better. It's now or never. I really had a feeling inside of me that said, if I don't do it now. And I salute you for having the courage to really try. Blue collar. And, when you're in your 20s, you meet someone new and you have a great experience with them. And then all of a sudden, they're gone. I said, I can see it. Lights. I may never do it. That's something that should be taken note, everybody. Having the courage to try, to be seen, to express oneself in a way in which they truly feel, even if they know that they're inevitably going to crash and burn. My father never once showed me an emotion in his life until his parents passed away. And by that point, I'm a full-grown man. And only then did I finally learn what it meant to show emotion as a man. And what are some things that you've been working on recently? So I just packed my bags. That is bold. What was I supposed to do? You're left to feel what you're to feel, and your feelings are valid. They're so valid. He said, well, I'm working on this project, I'm working on that project. I said, perfect. This is what you're going to say. You say, well, I see myself as a person who works on projects, and I liken it to this recent project that I just finished, or my next project, which is, and then you say the most recent project that is soon to be finished. Not the one that you're working on, just the one that's soonest to be finished, because that will impress these people the most. Told no one. That takes balls. How was I supposed to live my life? But that's a really, and I said, so what have we got so far? Told my work, I said, I'll see you in a year. Does anyone else want to try? Was I supposed to live my life? You can't fall into the trap of feeling like that's the only person who can give you happiness. And happiness isn't really what life's about, if you ask me. But anyway, gotten sidetracked. Well, I'm a professional who's working on client negotiation deals and also customer association deals. And I go, bingo, that is a solid, crisp, clean answer for someone who knows what they're doing, someone who knows that is a serious person in this world. Someone who's serious about their business, about their life. Thinking, what am I gonna miss? Who am I gonna miss? Who's gonna miss me? As somebody who, what do you think about life? So I go and I travel the world. I have an amazing time, really. It was amazing. At the end of my year-long expedition, I come back into work. I step in through those doors and I'm a new man, and I just look around and everything is exactly the same as I'd left it. Found my way through emotions in the wrong way or the right way. The sun had done an entire lap around the world, and I had done almost an entire lap around the world. If there even is such a thing, what I had missed? Nothing. I don't think so. Growing up in New England, I would have missed absolutely nothing. And yet I had this fear in my life for some reason that if I went away, I would miss something. When I was a young student, they would bring in, I had a teacher who was as bad as Terrence Fletcher from Whiplash. You ever seen that movie? When I saw that movie, swear to God, I thought they based it on my teacher. FOMO, they call it these days. Back then we didn't have any FOMO. I think that was some kind of drug. If you'd have offered me FOMO at a party, I would have said, I'll take some. He would come into class, and he would see two students, and they would present their project. While they're presenting their project, he gets up, walks out of the room, gets a soda, comes back in, and in front of everybody just... And by then you can see in the students' eyes, they're sapped. They're ready to be done. But he said, no. You were going to make us sit through that. Now we're going to make you sit through that. And I sat there and I thought, oh boy. Hope that doesn't happen to me. But I was just full of excuses, man. I was always that kid. I was always the, oh yeah, okay. Brad's just, Brad, it's just Brad, Brad. But all of a sudden you hit a wall and you realize all those excuses were bullshit. That's what they were. You weren't fooling anybody else. You were fooling yourself into thinking that you could get by just passing the torch. And I see that in you. And I'm not going to let that fucking happen. Because nobody looked out for me. Nobody gave me the truth. I can see a little bit of me in you. The only reason I'm giving you a second chance is because you came to that thing the other night. Which tells me you somewhat kind of want it. Or there's something in you. So just don't be late again, okay?